Hi Virgo, this will be your first half of August video, so we'll take a look at love and career also. So we'll get right into it and start with the sign of Virgo in love for the first part of August. See what's coming up for Virgos in love. Love, Virgos. Let's see. Highest and clearest information, please, for Virgos regarding love for the first half of August. Virgos. Okay, interesting. So some of you may be coming from being single into a reconciliation. I just had the 9 of Coin come out with the Judgment card. It's a little different in this deck, but that's what those two are. So that tells me that somebody may come from being single into a reconciliation with someone. All right, but they flew out, so I'm going to put them back in the deck, and I'll show them to you, and I'm going to pull some other cards now, the way I usually do things. All right, so but that's definitely, somebody's reconciling, that's for sure. But let's see what the rest, the reading that comes out is. That just might be a message for someone, so we'll see if the same message comes out. Okay, love for Virgo, please. First half of August. One more. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, so, let me get started here. Okay. So I see a bit of a transformation here with the first cards. I haven't even put down who's coming towards you yet, but I'm going to go ahead and get started right now, and then we'll get into that because I want to show you something at the bottom of the deck. So with the Sister of Wind and the High Priestess, the Sister of Wind, you know, it's the Page of Wands, okay? So I feel like there's a little action, you know, with something like, I feel like your intuition's kind of kicking in, that this person, hang on. Actually, hang on 1 second. Not necessarily. All right. Actually, I need to put down who's coming towards you first before I go that route, because I want to make sure before I go here. So let's see here. Because I definitely see in your obstacle section with, you have an ace and you have the 2 of Cups. So I feel like something with this partner just isn't, there's some like practical issues that just aren't getting off the ground. But I'm thinking it's going to be working out, but I want to make sure and see who's coming towards you before I go that route. So I'm going to lay down the full spread and we'll go there. Who's coming towards Virgo in love, please? Who's coming towards Virgo in love? Give me 2 cards how they feel about Virgo. 2 cards we also feel. Okay. Highest and clearest information, please, about this person that Virgo is dealing with in love. Okay, 1 shuffle and we're good. Sorry, I keep moving the camera around. I'm not in my usual place. I'm on vacation, so I don't really have a good setup here. But I wanted to show you that I'm actually cutting the cards. That's my pet peeve with tarot reads. I like to see that, you know, the cards are really being pulled out that are supposed to. Okay. All right, definitely could be dealing with a Scorpio, but okay, Wheel of Fortune just fell out. Interesting. All right, hang on. Let me see what the Death card is. It's a Death card. Death card, please. Death card. Okay, interesting. All right. I see that positive. Okay, I do. All right. I see transformation happening. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yeah, there's something definitely about like some sort of practicality to this relationship that is perhaps a choice that your partner made that you're not, they're either not getting on board with you or you're just not thrilled about a choice they made. I feel like you guys might be arguing about this, all right? But your intuition keeps like saying, I think this is good, you know, like maybe it's something that you guys want to invest in or you want to do or buy, you know, something like that. Or maybe it's like maybe you want to start your own business and you're trying to get your partner on board. You know, it's something like that. I feel like it seems like it's you more than them. It could be turned around the other way though. It's a little difficult read, I'm going to be honest. But I feel like they have the choice to help you or not. And I think they're having a hard time understanding what it is they're doing. I think that's what it is. I don't think they're clear. And, you know, which you probably are, because, you know, Virgos, you guys are good at that. You know, you're very succinct. You know, you're very clear, and you don't just, like, hop off and do something. You know, you guys are you know, I mean, it's, you know, signs have like stigmas for a reason. You know, you're pretty methodical. You know, I mean, you know, you're wise. You make wise choices most of the time. I mean, not every single one, but I mean, you know, they come from a place of wisdom generally. You know, you're pretty good at planning things out. You're not really one to just kind of jump into something and hope for the best, you know, that sort of thing. I mean, every once in a while, you know, you guys, it's not like you're not risk takers either, but you're risk takers with wisdom. All right. So, but I have a feeling like your partner's not really seeing this, you know, and doesn't really get like what is going on, you know, like doesn't have a clear picture, doesn't have a vision that you do, in other words, in laying this out or whatever this may be. I feel like they feel like this is going to be a drain financially. The thing is, though, that I think they're gonna come around. They're gonna change their minds. Now, this could not even be an issue. This could just be the relationship in general. So, if there isn't something like that that you guys are dealing with, and that didn't like make sense, there's, you know, the other thing this could be is that. You guys are discovering, you know, a little bit of arguments right now. There's like, maybe your partner is just kind of all over the place and not really being very practical, you know, and that's very likely that could be the case too. Like they're just not producing, you know. It's like you're kind of like, okay, we're together now. You need to kind of step up to the plate, and they're just not, you know. So because they're a little unsure of what they want to do, like they probably have a choice about something, like that makes perfect sense to you, like yeah, you know, you have this one, but then you have this one, but they don't see this one, you know. They're like, oh, I don't know, you know, and you can see very clearly that this choice is way better, you know, but they don't, you know, kind of thing. So it could be something like that too, where they're like so dreamy that they're looking at the other one that's like completely impractical and going, oh my gosh, I think that's the one for me. And you're going, oh my God, no, you idiot, this is the one for you, you know. And I don't mean idiot, you know, and especially cross watchers, sorry, but you know, I'm just, you know, doing that for dramatics. So, you know, I just feel like it's something like that. You know, there's something in between you guys about practicality that's just not, you know, meshing right now. I think you're going to be pretty cool and calm with things, a little bit. You know, you have the Page of Cups. So, I feel like, but this deck is a little different. It's a little slower of an offer, a little bit, I think you're willing to give this a try, whatever this is, whether it's your idea or whether it's their idea, you're kind of willing to go along with it and willing to give it a try. On their end, their original outcome is the Death card. All right, so yeah, all right, I'm gonna look into that a little more because, is it like the good one, like where it's like transitioning, into transformation, or is this like, death of a relationship? No, I don't see anything like that. I see that your partner made a mistake. This could even be, maybe they made a big mistake. That's possible too. I don't really see third-party stuff here indicated in the cards, but in your obstacle section, I can see how that might play into things, with the Ace and the Two of Cups, where maybe you feel like, that, because that kind of adds up to 3. Like, they might have screwed up. That could be too. If so, again, I feel like at this point with the Page of Cups, you are like, all right, you're willing to reach out again. This could have something to do with that reconciliation that we saw at the beginning of the reading, where I said this may play in. Could be something like that. Like, maybe they screwed up. And now you're like, okay, we're going to argue. We're going to have some, I'm going to make sure my truth is known. We're going to have, some arguments and stuff like that, sure, whatever, but I'm going to make sure I get my points across. This is the way it is, that kind of stuff. I do love this person, and, I do want to see something work out. So I'm going to reach out a little bit. And that would be like the Page of Cups, like you'll let them know, okay, let's see what you got then. If you're genuinely sorry, okay, I will extend myself a little bit, but I am not going to like open myself up to you completely, that kind of thing, which smart, whereas, this person, I think that they need to then make their choice. Are they going to change? Because they might have, screwed you over, with the 5 of coin too, because that's in their obstacle section as well. That's possible. Maybe they were a little too indulgent in something too. That could be, and like with a bad habit, and now they're transforming. So that could be it too. Could be all kinds of things in a general reading. But the good news is, I do see things turning around. The Wheel of Fortune kind of plopped down, when I was shuffling also. So that's good. That's good news. That means things are changing. That helped me define the Death card more. I've also got the Three of Cups here. I have the Three of Cups not in a way of a third-party situation. This could be. And in which case, I would read it as not that that would be continuing, but that it would be the death to a third-party situation, and that things will be changing. And that, like, if there was somebody else, that is laid to rest. Okay, that's the way I would read that. Although, honestly, I feel like the Three of Cups in this particular way is because this card in the Three of Cups, it says stream of love. Okay, so I feel like this is more about getting to the deeper, because these are heavy cards, that I have in front of me on this person's end. And I think that they understand they effed up, they screwed up, whatever, and they are willing to come around, and change things. Now, whether or not that lasts, that's a whole nother, I don't know, but at this part, I can say that there is genuinity. I don't know how to say that word very well, but, there is a genuineness to their wanting to transform and to change, okay, and to extend, more love towards you, all right? So I do feel that. For those of you, like I said, who are looking for reconciliation, I think it might take you kind of letting them know that you are open to that, but without fully, like, oh my God, I love you so much. Oh, that, which I don't think you do anyway, but you know what I mean? It's like, but it's like, okay, yeah, I'll send you a text, that kind of thing, just to let them know the door is kind of open if you've sincerely changed, that kind of thing. I think that would be like your role in this, whereas this person then sees that, oh, there is a glimmer of hope. The door is open, just a crack, you know, and then that kind of gets them moving and motivated to change, you know, and then, you know, confess everything, let it all spill out, and you know, go through their deep transition of realizing that, you know, they do love you and they want this to work out. So that's how I see that going. If it is like a practical matter, like we first started talking about, the same scenario applies. I think that, you know, whatever this was, like if they screwed up and made a purchase without you, or if you're trying to get them to back something and they're like, no, you know, things like that. Either way, this person's going to go through a major transformation, a turnaround into, you know, a choice will be made. A choice will be made from them, whatever the situation is, you know, is what we're looking at here, you know, towards mid-month of August. So, if not sooner. All right. So, all right. We'll leave that there. We'll take a look at singles. Single Virgos. Single Virgos. See what you have to look forward to, single Virgos. do you hear all of these complicated relationship readings that go on these tarot readings? So, I don't know. Maybe you want to stay single. No, I'm kidding. All right, let's see. Single Virgos. Single Virgos, single Virgos. What is going on for single Virgos out there? What do we got here? First half of August, please. Highest and clearest information for single Virgos out there. Single Virgos. Highest and clearest information. Okay, 2 more shuffles. And boom. All right, last shuffle. Singles. Interesting. Okay. All right. Interesting. Where's that the struggle? Interesting. This deck is interesting. It's funny because it's you know, I relate. I read a lot, you know, from Rider-Waite Tarot, so that's kind of like, you know, where my studies come from mostly. And this deck, I was just gifted it. I love it. I really like it, but I am on vacation and I don't have many decks. You know, I only brought like 1 or 2, and my friend just gave me some, and I wanted to use it. I wanted to jump right in because it's a little bit Kabbalistic and a little bit Rider-Waite, a little bit everything. But it's I got to pay attention to their meanings, you know, a little bit more than what would be, you know, normal. So I will stick with that on this. So for your first card, you have 7 of Earth, which is in this. It is called the Garden. So yeah, you know, I feel like for the singles out there, you're putting a lot of work into something. You know, whether it's finding a relationship, you know, maybe you're actively, you know, online, like, you know, really kind of, you know, fixing up your profile, you know, rehashing it, you know, reworking it, you know, getting things like that going, or just making extra efforts to, you know, get out. And, you know, if you're invited to things, maybe go into some meetups, you know, stuff like that. You just seem to be, you know, or maybe you're dating somebody. You've been single for a while, you've been dating this person, and you've been putting a lot of effort into it, and you're kind of like, okay, you know, is this going anywhere, kind of thing. All right. So I kind of tend to think it's more that. I think this is a reading of somebody who has been dating somebody, who's been putting effort into this person, but hasn't necessarily, you know, shown itself where it's going, you know, shown its direction. So I think pretty soon with the World card, I think there's going to be some changes, you know. I think that, you know, because the World card is all about ending cycles, it's about starting new cycles, it's movement, it's full circle, things come full circle. So that's kind of what I feel with this, is that this has been a while and a little bit of effort you've put into this. So now, you know, it's kind of come full circle, and it's like, okay, what the hell's going on? What are we doing here? You know, either we're doing this and stepping it up a notch, or we're not. And whether you're, I don't think it's like you giving that ultimatum. I don't see you, you know, necessarily doing that, but in your head, you're kind of thinking that, you know, you're looking at this and going, you know, what's going on? We end up with the 5 of fire. You know, in this card, it's called the struggle. So let me look at that a little bit more. Because fives are a bit challenging, so another 5. Okay. So we got Page of Wands, 5 of Cups, and Page of Air. All right. So for some of you that have been seeing this and putting some effort into this person for a while, I don't think it's going well. You know, I think that the right now, and like pretty like within the time period of this reading, and probably smack in the middle of it. This is from the 1st to the 15th, so I'm thinking like around the 7th, around in there. That I think it's going to kind of hit you over the head. Like, you know, I got to make a choice here. You know, this isn't working for me. You know, it's either, you know, this is moving forward or it's not. You know, and I just have a feeling you're really going to be in that position. And I think that from that, you know, I think some talks are going to be started, and I don't think they're going to be favorable. You know, I think you're going to come to some conclusions. And the weird thing is, though, I don't see like extreme heartbreak cards here. All right, so I think that you're going to be. I think this needs to happen. Is what this is to me. This seems like a universe wake up call, kind of. You know, like a re-examination. You know, they're saying, you know, like the universe saying, okay, it's time to re-examine this. You know, I see, you know, you put a lot of effort into this person, but where do you think, you know, like, you know, your intuition, where do you think this is leading you? Is this for your better, you know, your betterment? And I think there's going to be some arguments, some, a little bit of things coming out, you know, that might not be so hot, you know, but I don't see you that torn up. I really don't. And I think that's, yeah, I think you will be moving on from this person soon, but I think that's a good thing for you. Yeah, very much so. And then I think somebody else will be coming in. I think this is about, because I see this often, you know, the universe just kind of comes in, shakes things up. I usually see it with the Tower card. I think this is playing a similar role, and it just looks familiar to me in this instance that, yeah, there's going to be some words said, there's going to be there's a cycle getting ready to close here, and because it needs to, you know, and I think that it's more than the Tower card. This is more than a Tower card moment. You know, this isn't just about shaking some things up and shaking some things loose. This is about, we're doing this, you know, we need to do this now. You need to close the cycle because we got somebody else for you that wants to come in, so you need to get out of this. That's what I feel is what this is all about, all right? And I'm not saying you're going to not be sad or not be, you know, suffer some heartache with this or something, because obviously you've, you know, invested time into this person. So, I mean, it's you know, you're interested for a reason. I get that. But I don't think that you're going to be as, I think you're going to surprise yourself. I don't think you're going to be as upset as you think you might be, okay? I think you're going to be okay with it, but it's going to be like, you know, a little bit. I see good things coming for you. You know, definitely transition with this, absolutely. It could be fire sign, could be water, definitely. Scorpio, possibly. I see Chariot card here. I see some choices being made, and not too far from there. Where was I going with that? Because I did see Two of Cups coming in, and now we're moving into Kings. There's Kings coming in. You know, not this back and forth stuff. So I really believe the universe has somebody else for you. This is gonna, like, for some of you, and now if this is somebody that you haven't been dating for a while, then just beware that it's like there may be somebody new come along that feels like it has the potential to really nurture and grow. And now, again, this is just tarot, so I mean that may be legitimate. That doesn't mean that's absolutely your partner. You know, maybe you guys meet somebody and they're fantastic. So don't say, well, that tarot reader said that they're gonna suck. You know, you got to give people a chance, absolutely. But this is more about like you really know it. Like the universe is gonna really step in and like give you these feelings of like, I really need to consider this. You know, is this really for my highest interest? Okay. So if you're not getting those red flags, you're okay. You know, if you are getting those red flags, you know, inspect it a little bit more and see if this is really what you want to continue putting effort into, because I'm not really seeing any benefit coming from it. The only benefit I see coming from it is when things in transition and then, you know, a higher type of love comes in. So, okay, so that was for singles. All right, so let's look at career real quick and we'll wrap it up. So let's see what's going on for August in the workplace for Virgo. Virgo, career, please, for the first half of August. Career and workplace for Virgo. Highest and clearest information, please, for Virgo's career, work. Mix these up a little bit. Okay, and one more shuffle. Work and career. Highest and clearest information for Virgo's. August. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. All right. So you have a good outcome. You have the Six of Wands, so that's pretty cool. That's like a victory. On here it says glory. Glory be to Virgo. Look it. All right. So, all right. So what might not seem very clear right now, you know, just sort of. It may seem right now like you're not making any progress or things aren't focused the way you need them to be. Like you're not seeing the outcome, you know, and it's like, it feels like you've done a lot of work for something, but you're just not really, you're in a place that's like very stagnant right now. You know, there's no clear path ahead of you, you know, that sort of thing. You're going to end up good. So, you know, these cards, well, actually, it actually says still waters. That's cool for the 8 of water. And you have the 7 of water, which is insight. All right, so 7 of Cups also is just kind of about having like a, not having a really clear idea of like what to choose, which direction to go, that sort of thing. 8 of Cups doesn't necessarily typically means still waters to me, you know, from the Rider-Waite, but I'm going to go with it, and because it does have that kind of vibe, those two cards kind of seem to go together in a really, you know, perfect way. So your obstacles with the 10 of Cups and the 7 of Earth, you know, again, I feel like you're not seeing the reward from something that you're doing, and it's like you don't see like that it can be there. You don't feel like you could have like this great achievement. You don't feel like you're going to get there. You don't, you know, you put a lot of work into something. Maybe it's a project. You've like poured tons of work into it. You know, you want like the happiness of being done with this, the happiness of seeing the, you know, seeing it through fruition and completing this and all of those things, you know, but it's like stuck, you know, it's just not, you're not seeing it come together. Well, cool, you will, you know, because it's going to happen. This is an awesome card. It's a strong card, and it's like a crowning victory card. So whatever it is, if it's looking for a job, if it's being involved in a project that you feel like you've worked so hard on, and it's like, you know, but you don't really feel like it's all about feeling. Like you don't feel that things are coming together. You don't feel like you can really see all of the work that you've done, how it's going to pay off. You know, those types of things. It's about feelings and that kind of thing. It will. All right. So, you know, it's just about keeping the faith, really. That's kind of what I see with this, you know, because you've done, you know, you've done the work, you're doing the work. There is going to be completion. It's going to happen. You're going to get, you know, that feeling of accomplishment. So whether it be, you know, looking for a job, landing a job, whatever it is within your department or within your personal business, any of that stuff, you know, pretty soon, Six of Fire, it's a very good card, and it's a very powerful card to me. You know, and not in a normal sense, but in this deck, that's it just stands out. It's like kind of screams power. It's almost like a key. You know, the whole shape of it too. It's like having the key. You know, it's very bitchin'. Yeah, so I like it. Very nice. So yeah, just hang in there, and you know, I mean, there's really no advice to give you. I mean, it probably just feels like it ain't going anywhere right now, or that you're not clear on things. Just hang in there. You know, keep putting in the work. Keep nurturing this. That is important. Keep, even though it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, nurture it. See it through, you know, and try to keep a vision of happiness about completion with this. All right? I think those things are important. And you're going to get, you know, your glory. All right. Okay. All right. So that was good. Good reading, Virgo. All right. So all my information is at the bottom of the video. If you like this and all that, please like or comment and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys back for the second half of August soon. All right. All right. Thanks, Virgo.